Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into Vintage Poke Openings, my YouTube channel centering around opening sealed Wizards of the Coast era Pokemon products. Today is a unique video as I'm going to be summarizing the 10 rarest and most valuable pulls of 2020. These are only cards pulled from booster packs, not from theme decks, and I gauged their value based on a combination of the card's rarity and its highest PSA 10 sale value. Many of these cards will not end up being PSA 10s, but that is the measuring stick I use to determine what is most valuable. Without further ado, let's begin with number 10, which is the non-holographic Espeon from the Neo Discovery set. While not a holographic, it is one of the best rare cards that you can pull out of the set. Anytime you get one of the Eevee evolutions, especially Espeon and Umbreon, those are such huge fan favorites that they end up being a relatively valuable card. This one does have really nice centering, really nice surfacing, and really no whitening on the edges or the corners, so I do think it has a shot at a PSA 10. I won't know that for quite some time, however, because of the backlog at PSA. Coming in at number 9, we have the holographic Giovanni's Persian card from the Gym 2 set, which is the Japanese version of English's Gym Challenge. While not the most valuable card in the set, it does have one of the best artworks, beautiful holofoil, and this card in specific has great corners, edges, and surfacing. Where it does have one flaw, like most of the Japanese cards that I've pulled do have, is the bad centering. And really, outside of centering, Japanese cards are flawless, so I'm hoping that this does come back at least a PSA 9, and maybe by some fluke it will pull a PSA 10. At number 8, we have one of the most iconic legendary Pokemon of all time, the legendary bird Moltres from the Fossil set. Now, this isn't the holographic version, so it isn't as valuable as it could be, but if you're gonna pull a non-holo from Fossil, it may as well be a Moltres, a Gengar, a Dragonite, or even maybe an Articuno or a Zapdos. This card does have great centering, really nice surfacing, and the edges and corners look really nice, so I do hope this has a chance at coming back a PSA 10, but if it doesn't, a PSA 9 is nice as well. If you have any questions about the cards in this video, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you're enjoying the content, please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Coming in at number 7, we have a pseudo-legendary Pokemon from Generation 2. This would be the holographic Tyranitar from the Neo 2 set. Otherwise, that's equivalent to Neo Discovery in English. It's called Neo 2 because it's the second of the Neo sets in the line of Genesis, Discovery, Revelations, and Destiny. While I'm not a huge fan of Neo Discovery overall, this is by far one of the best holos in the set, so I was super stoked to pull this last summer. The holofoil is cool, I love the black background, and even though the centering is pretty poor on the back, as you can see here, I'm hoping that I'll at least get a PSA 9 that I can add to my collection. Coming in at number 6, we have one of the most popular bug Pokemon of all time, a holographic Pinsir from the Jungle set. My top 5 bug Pokemon of all time have got to be Pinsir, Scyther, Butterfree, Beedrill, and Heracross in no particular order, but I was super stoked to pull this from one of the booster packs. The only unfortunate thing about this card is it's not in the best of shape, even though it was pack fresh. It does have some silvering and whitening on the edges that you'll notice as I kind of show you the front and the back, and the centering wasn't perfect, but I was still really happy to pull a holo here. I also want to take this time to give a shout out to one of the local sellers that I had bought some packs from this past summer. His name was Nick, and he truly was selling me unweighed booster packs. Out of the 6 Fossil and Jungle booster packs that I purchased from him, or that I did purchase from him, I pulled 3 holographic cards out of those 6 packs. So he definitely was not weighing packs and selling them to me as unweighed like I know some eBay sellers will do, which is one of the reasons why I prefer to buy local if possible, but that doesn't always work out. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that guy, Nick. I would have bought more packs from him if I could have, but with the rising costs of vintage product, I was only able to buy those Jungle and Fossil packs at the time. Speaking of those 6 booster packs that I purchased this past summer, this holographic Ditto from the Fossil set is another one of the cards that I was able to pull out of them. And while it isn't one of the more popular cards from the Fossil set, I absolutely love the artwork on this card. I think Ditto looks so cool, and he's such a unique Pokemon. The blue and purple holofoil in the background looks really neat, and I was really happy to pull this card. With the exception of the centering, it pretty much was a perfect card. There wasn't any whitening that I remember. The surface looked good, and unless there was something I missed, I didn't see any print lines in the holofoil. So typical vintage Poke openings luck, it's usually the centering that will get us, but overall it was still a really great card. And to give you some perspective as to how these sealed booster packs are appreciating, I was purchasing fossil packs in December of 2019 for $40 each. In July of 2020, when I bought this pack, it was $100, and now you can get unlimited sealed fossil booster packs for in the range of $150 to $200 on eBay. So the packs just keep appreciating, and obviously I know they're appreciating because there's less and less of them in circulation, but I really wish they would kind of plateau so that I could continue opening them with you folks and sharing my collection. If you're into poison Pokemon, then this next card is going to be for you, because at number 4, we pulled a holographic Koga trainer card from the Gym Challenge set. Gym Challenge may just be my favorite Wizards of the Coast set, and cards like this are the reason why. Anytime you can pull a holographic gym leader, it's always fun. Let me know in the comment section who is your favorite gym leader of all time, and it doesn't have to be a Kanto gym leader, it could be Johto or Hoenn as well. Personally, I really like Blaine because of his fire Pokemon, but I also like Giovanni because the fact that he's the leader of Team Rocket, while moonlighting as the 8th gym leader of Kanto. I also really like Jasmine from the Johto region because Steel-type Pokemon are my favorite. I always thought it would be super cool if Wizards of the Coast did an additional set that was kind of like Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge, but focused specifically on the Elite Four trainers and their Pokemon. If you've made it this far, congratulations, because coming in at number 3, we have a holographic Sabrina's Gengar from the Gym 2 set. Gym 2, in English, would be considered Gym Challenge. This card is interesting for 2 reasons. First and foremost, you can see in the holofoil there's a faint look of a graveyard with some crosses in the background. This was considered a little bit too disturbing for American audiences, so they went ahead and actually removed that from the holofoil when this became an English card. Additionally, this card is in the Gym Challenge set in Japanese, but in English it's actually part of the Gym Heroes set. And I do know there are a few other holos that they did that for as well. Like in Japan, it might have been Gym Heroes, but in America, it might have been Gym Challenge. I don't know the logic behind that, but that makes this card interesting. The number 2 card on our list is a very special one to me because this was pulled from the first booster pack that I opened in over 20 years. Holographic Misty's Golduck from the Gym Challenge set. Second to maybe Blaine's Arcanine and Blaine's Charizard, this would be the 3rd most valuable card in the set, so as you can imagine, I was absolutely shocked to have pulled this from a booster pack. This was the first booster pack opening video I made on this channel, and if you have been hanging around VPO enough to remember this opening, I have to say thank you so much for the support. This card has such awesome holofoil, and I think that's probably why it's so popular, because I don't think Golduck is a super popular Pokemon overall, but the artwork and holographic image on this card are just so cool. So one of my most treasured cards in my collection. It did happen to come back a PSA 9. This is the only card on the list that I've actually gotten back from PSA graded, and it did come back a 9. Drum roll please. Coming in at number 1, we have a holographic Snorlax from the Jungle set. And as you can see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, an unlimited holographic Snorlax in PSA 10 has sold for up to $2,000. Second to maybe one of the 3 Eevee evolutions, this is the most valuable card in the Jungle set, at least in an unlimited version, and probably in first edition as well. If you've been around the Pokemon community for a long time, you know that Snorlax is a fan favorite, which probably contributes to the fact that this card is so valuable. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to extend my sincere thank you to you for supporting vintage Poke openings. When I started this channel this past summer, I honestly didn't think anyone cared to see what I opened, and I mainly started the channel to document my collection. But as we progress through the months and we approach 2021, we have over 250 plus subscribers in our community, and we even have people who tune in every single Friday to watch these videos. So all I can say is thank you so much to those who have been supporting vintage Poke openings in 2020, and I hope that I don't disappoint you in 2021. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe if you enjoy watching vintage Wizards of the Coast era Pokemon products opened. Thank you so much and have a good rest of 2021.